everybody, I'm Tom Vasel.
I'm Wendy Yi.
Today we're taking a look at Magic Mountain. This was the Kinderspiel winner for 2022, which is the German Kids Game of the Year, which is something I'm always interested in.
Yeah, sure.
Although for both of us, we're getting much, much closer to the day when our kids are aged out of these games.
It's exciting and sad at the same time.
I'm mostly excited, but I'll find other kids to play with, grandkids and things. I should be clear on that. I'm not driving around looking for kids to game with. Anyhow, Magic Mountain is a Plinko?
Yeah, that's what I thought of.
Yeah, so I'll show you. It's really simple. So in the cooperative version of this game, you are trying to get these novices here, these students. You need to get 4 of them down to the bottom of the mountain before 3 witches get to the bottom of the mountain. That's done by taking 5 colored marbles. You put them in a bag and you randomly pull a marble out of a bag. So let's say I pull out red. I can drop this anywhere I want. So let's say I drop it right here. It's hit one of my students. So now I need to move that student to the next red spot on the pathway. And you can see the pathway goes down the mountain like this. And I move it to a red spot because it's a red marble. So I move them here. Now it hit a witch. So the witch moves to the next red spot. And now the marble goes down to the bottom. So I'll pull another one out. White. Ooh, if I'm lucky. Now watch this. I'll drop it here, hitting the white one. And I'll pick them up and put them here. If I do it fast enough, it hit them again. So the next white one's over here. Ooh, maybe I'll get real lucky and it will hit him a 3rd time. Oh man, it did hit him a 3rd time. So I get to move into this one. It's not going to happen again. If you drop a marble in such a way, let's say I put the yellow one here for this example, and it touches nobody, then you have to pick a witch and move them to the next spot down the mountain. Now once you hit somebody, let's say this student's here, and a yellow is rolled. There are no more yellows, then the student goes here. And if the witch gets hit and the witch is down in the same area and has nowhere else to go, then the witch will move over. And of course you can have ones hit multiple. So here's a blue, boom, blue, hits her, down to this blue, hits the witch, which goes to the next blue, hits me, I go down to this blue, and that's how you play the game. If you want to make the game harder, you can have more students need to make it down and fewer witches. There's also a competitive version of the game where you will start with, you'll play 4 students against 4 witches, like this. And then you'll take turns dropping them down, and you're just trying to get yours down, your team down to the bottom before the opponents. Now, I should mention here that the marbles, this board here has some plastic pieces that hold it. There are 4 different plastic pieces, 2 in the bag. I have found that it's really important to play on a fairly level table. One time I played, the marbles just kept moving this way a little bit. So you're going to have to keep an eye out on that to make sure they're not coming towards one side too much. These are fine and look like little Christmas tree ornaments or something like that. And everything fits in the box very easily. I mean, there's tons of extra space in this box. Now, the main focus of this game is the cooperative. Did you play the competitive?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know about the competitive.
Yeah, the competitive, I actually have it set up there on the table. Looks like that. Ah. And you just take turns back and forth dropping marbles, and then you're trying to make your team get down to the bottom first.
Okay.
I actually think I like it better. But that's not the main game. It's a side game, I suppose. The main thing's cooperative.
Yes.
How hard did you find it?
It's interesting because I feel like it's a game of almost odds. If you're like, if I'm going to pick this row to drop it, I have like 50% odds down here, 50% odds down there of where it might end up going, and that increases. I didn't find it difficult per se, but it is lucky.
Yeah, I mean, again, on the back, you can make it harder. Like, you have to get 6 students down and no witches. First of all, that ain't happening. I mean, unless you're really lucky.
Yeah.
But my kids were like, it's all luck. They had fun. I was like, no, there's more strategy to it. There's also, can you quick move your thing?
Well, there's some dexterity, too, of like, if I throw the die this way, like if I roll it this way and it bounces that way, maybe it'll go left more, or maybe it'll go right more. Like, I had fun with that aspect of it.
Yeah, but there's not a lot to talk about.
No, there's not.
Like, I can't be like, let me tell you the details. This is 100% a kid's game that I wish was more of an adult game. I would like an adult version of this.
How would you make an adult version of this?
It'd be 3 times as big, and there'd be stuff all over the place, and traps, and special, I don't know.
It'd be Plinko.
I like rolling, I do like Plinko a lot, and I like rolling in marbles down. Any game that has it in, Fireball Island, whatever, I'm into. I think the mechanisms are fun. When I'm playing with my kids, I'm not doing anything, but I am enjoying watching the marbles roll down.
Sure, it's fun, and I think that you have a marble track, Tom, but not everybody has a marble track. This gives them a marble track.
Well, anyone can have a marble track. Buy some Hot Wheel tracks, some marbles, you're good. But, so it's interesting. I don't know, though, here's my thing. As much as my family and I liked it, I don't know about the long-term replayability.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll, in fact, and lately they haven't asked to play this one again. It's easy. My son could teach other kids how to play it. But it doesn't have the charm where it's like we'll play it over and over again. And to that end, I'm giving it a 7. I think it's fine. I mean, it's great for kids, actually. I almost wish sometimes I need to rate a game like how much fun will the adult have playing the game?
Yeah.
And so out of a 5, this one's a 4, because you're not making any choices, but you can't help but be amused at watching the marble bounce around.
You have a 5-point scale and a 10-point scale?
I do. It's really confusing. I just made it up on the spot. But I need to talk about how much adults will like game. But for kids, I think this one's really solid. The only reason I'm not giving it a higher score is because I don't think they'll keep coming back to it over and over again. I think they'll play it once in a while. When their friends come over, they'll play it. But they're probably not going to play it 8 times in a row. While there are many kids' games out there that they will do that too.
I think that, so I know that our daughter wanted to play this a whole bunch while we had it. We only had it home for a couple of days. She had a ton of fun. I wonder if your son is aging out of the age for it to keep wanting to replay it. I'm not sure if that's
No, he really liked it.
Yeah, because I felt like our daughter kept wanting to come back to it.
But it's also kind of an out of sight, out of mind for him. That was all.
Sure. It feels like a toy in some senses, but I also know that instantly kids would lose the pieces if it was just a toy in their room. Like those marbles would be gone.
Yeah, that's true. But that's with any game of marbles.
Yeah,
that's why.
fair.
That's why any game of marbles, I always, when the game's done, I take the marbles out and put them somewhere else. So you want to play the game? Come to me for the marbles. So
for me, I'm also giving it a 7 because I think that it's fun, it's grand. I agree that I don't think it's going to have endless staying power with our children, especially because our particular children see a lot of games. And they get a lot of variety.
I guess there's that. But I'm thinking even back as a kid when we would play things like this.
I also think of like
It's more of a toy than a game.
Okay, yes, it's more of a toy than a game, and I think that a lot of like the Kinderspiel and the other games that they put out tend to be for families, and these are specifically for kids, but still families. And I think that this is a game that the family can sit down if they have their once a week, the one game that the family plays. Like I think that this could work. I think this could be it.
Well, there you go. That's Magic Mountain. Maybe it's for your kids. Check it out. Until then, I'm Tom Vasel.
I'm Wendy Yi.
Have fun rolling.